All right, so apparently Israel Adesanya is the next athlete that has a gold digger girl who is trying to come after his cash. This is a nasty story, dude. This is ex-girlfriend who's coming after him, coming after his money. It seems like she might have cheated on him. It might have been the way that they broke up, where she just like ended up with some other guy, and then now she's coming after his money. I'm going to show you guys exactly what Israel Adesanya revealed on Instagram, and then we'll go through that in detail. And we can discuss the merits of this girl's attempts to come after his cash. Spoiler, there's no merit to it. You know, none. So we're going to go over that, and we'll do that in detail. And then also, I'm going to show you guys something that happened with the Francis Ngannou thing. So it's two stories for one. And there is a connecting tissue between these two things. But there's a story that broke about Francis Ngannou's situation that is either going to be a death nail in his efforts to get a big boxing match, or this means that he is very much still in the game. And I realize one story potentially being tremendously beneficial to Francis or tremendously negative to Francis seems kind of weird, but I'll explain exactly what I mean because you'll understand once I lay it out. And yeah, so before we get into it though, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel, if you watch my content, if you watch it consistently, that's all I ask, just subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know when I upload, ring the bell and you will get an alert every single time. And then you could just jump right on it. Also, comment on the, I want to know everybody's thoughts on this because I'm going to make some pretty polarizing claims, I would imagine, about one specific point in this video. And I want to know what you guys think about that. And then like the video if you agree with me or whatever. I mean, just like the video. It helps me. Anyway, so let's start with the, I don't know where to start. Should we start with the Francis thing or the Izzy thing? I think that we should start... I think actually that we start with the Francis thing really quick because this is not like a super long story, but I just want to show this to you guys really quick because it's very notable. Okay, so this came out today. This is the story. On Michael Benson's Twitter, Amir Abdallah of Saudi Skill Challenge Entertainment has confirmed that they're in talks with reps for all four fighters to stage Tyson Fury versus Usyk and Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder on the same night in December, though nothing is concrete yet. At Boxing King Media is the source. Okay, so obviously it's clear how this would represent the death nail in Francis's efforts to get a boxing match, right? If all four of these guys are locked up and they're all locked up for a fight in December, that's a wrap for Francis. And I don't think I need to explain why. Francis, it is April. He has not fought since January of 2022, right? And so, I mean, assuming that he wanted to wait for one of these guys, he wouldn't be fighting until probably earliest May of 24. Okay. 2.5 years since his last UFC fight with John Jones sitting as the heavyweight champion in the UFC. Listen, is it possible that he could still get a big fight then and get paid the $30 million that he wants? Sure. Is it likely? No, it is not. His value is going down every single day. Now, I could find out next week that Francis booked the biggest fight ever. Who knows? But if this is going on, this is a serious, serious problem for Francis for obvious reasons because it takes away all of his opponents, right? And so when I first saw this, I actually sent it to Chael and I was like, I guess that's a wrap for Francis. That was my, that's how I read it, sent it to him. I'm like, that's a nail in the coffin, right? And his response was exactly what I was thinking also. He's like, man, what a fun night if they actually pull it off, though. I was like, yeah. Be incredible if they actually pulled this off. And so that was where we left it. And then just about an hour ago, as I was putting this video together, something dawned on me, right? So I read this again, okay? So I read this post again, and what did I notice, okay? So I thought about it, and I read the last sentence, nothing concrete yet. And I was like, okay, so what are they actually announcing here? It's like they're announcing that they're in talks with all four fighters. So that's like a non-announcement. They're announcing nothing. That doesn't mean anything. And so why would they be announcing it, right? So it's two potential reasons they could be announcing this, okay? One, now we got to thank the sponsor of this video, March of Empires. March of Empires is a medieval strategy game where your goal is to build a mighty empire, protect it from enemy attacks, and ascend to the throne through fierce battles. It features multiple warfare and historical elements. You pick your fighter, choose whether you want to play as a sultan, a king, a czar. Specifically, you can be Genghis Khan, or you could be the Lionheart, who is who I chose, obviously, because my boy Anthony Lionheart Smith is fighting in May, and you guys are going to watch that just like me, and we're probably going to go live. It's available on desktop, PC and Steam, and mobile, iOS and Android. You can train your troops on mobile throughout the day and watch your battles unfold on your PC at home. Now, the three things I loved about this game is you get to flex your war strategy, you get to train your armies, choose your leaders, control their formations in battle, scout your enemies, pick and choose how many units to send in battlefield, pick the right fighting strategy, and build a strong army. It's infuriating with you. It's infuriating when you lose, okay? It's infuriating when you lose, and that's why I liked it. The key to a successful game is, can this game make me angry? Because I wanted to succeed and I failed, and this one definitely does. So go to the App Store and download it. It's free. It costs you nothing, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be playing it now, and so will you if you try it. This is brought to you by Gameloft. It's an incredible gaming studio, and March of Empires is off the hook, man. You guys are going to like it. One is they're announcing it because they're trying to build hype for that fight, or for that night, and get a bunch of momentum, and then, you know, help them potentially book it, right? The other option is that these guys at Saudi Skill Challenge Entertainment might have a relationship with the UFC. And so they would announce a thing like that because they're playing games strategically with Francis to make him feel like he doesn't have any options, right? They're starting to hear in the media, people are talking about how Francis has made a mistake. Francis doesn't have any options, and they're assuming that Francis is getting these same messages. And they're like, look, man, let's close the vice on him now. Let's start twisting that vice. Let's start making him feel like he genuinely does not have any options at this point. And let's drive him back into our arms, right? You know, he really put us through hell. He's not the champion anymore. We'll give him the offer that we gave him before, minus $1 million just to break his balls. You know what I mean? I don't know. But bottom line is, if the UFC has a relationship with those guys, that would be a very, very smart strategic play if your goal is to try to drive Francis back to you because you take away all of his boxing options, just like that. And that would be some serious high-level chess game. I don't even know if I would have thought of doing that myself, but I would imagine, I mean, as soon as I thought of it, having looked at it, I have no doubt that that's the kind of thing that Hunter and Dana would do if they had the ability to do it, and that's what they were trying to drive, you know, the outcome they're trying to drive. So there's no way to know. I'm just saying either Francis is looking at potentially losing all of his boxing options, or the UFC is still in the game trying to get him to come back, which would be great for all of us. So it is what it is. Now, the Izzy thing, let's get into that, all right? So let's get into the Izzy story and let's discuss it, all right?
Israel Adesanya had some words for a former ex-girlfriend on his Instagram story today. Izzy started it off with this. It's a photo of him and the alleged ex-girlfriend with a circle around his belt. And in the background, there's a song saying, "Why the f*** you lying?" Izzy followed up with this video.
Most people are forgetting in the divorce proceedings involving Hakimi's case is that now that Hakimi has nothing to his name, his wife, Hiba Abouk, the Spanish actress, would have to be the one to legally settle him. Legally, she is now richer than him, and by law, she would have to settle his legal court fees and still share 50-50 of her assets with him, so now he gets 50% of her asset instead. Lady,
we're going to talk about this case after we talk about the Izzy thing, because Izzy's girl is a gold digger, and the people, Izzy and Francis Ngannou, who both commented on this case, are confused, and we're going to change that during this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Achraf Hakimi.
On the video, he wrote, very relatable. Imagine being so f***ing entitled that you think you deserve what a man has worked his whole life for, when you came into his life with nothing and tried to leave with millions. But like Achraf Hakimi, my assets are protected. I would have taken half her shit too, but I don't want half of nothing. Izzy followed up with...
Okay, so in Izzy's case, he's right about his girl. That case is nothing like this, and we'll talk about it in a second.
But this, it says the only way she would have got me to marry her.
That dude's blacked out, if you guys can't see that.
Izzy continued, me loading up receipts. Y'all should have left me the alone. I got time and I got lawyer money. Then he posted this. It's an email from him to, we're assuming, his ex-girlfriend. The date of the email is December 18th, 2021. Izzy wrote in quotes, "I've worked in mental health, so I'm really good at manipulating people."
Hang on for 1 second. I just want to say this. If there were any lingering ideas from people that Izzy was gay, and I only even bring this up because I did the video on it before where I told you there's no way he's gay, but just for the record, that conversation's over, okay? A gay guy doesn't get this emotional about an ex-girlfriend and start posting a bunch of stuff on Instagram. Like, that's just not a thing that's not a thing that a gay guy does, okay? Izzy's straight 100% now.
But like I would never use it. He wrote another quote saying it's not always fun living in his shadow and taking second priority because what he is doing is so important. After a while, it just makes me feel small. And another quote saying...
He's quoting her right there, by the way. So that's something that she must have said to someone else. Like, if I'm reading between the lines... He's quoting her right there, which means that's something she said to someone else that Izzy got a hold of. Like, it sounds like she wrote like a text message to someone and he read it. And then this next one, Izzy, if I move out, I'll drift away. Sounds like a threat that she made towards him.
And Izzy, if I move out, I'll drift away. Then Izzy wrote, "I wish I let you drift away into a miserable existence because misery loves company and you love being a victim. Any sign the tenancy agreement ASAP. Also, I really hope you lawyer up and come for my assets like you said. I hope you try to affect my business such as Puma with your weak threats. Please,
Ooh, wow. I didn't catch that the first time. Okay, so he's saying sign the I missed a lot of this actually. So he's saying sign the tenancy agreement ASAP, which means that has something to do with, like, I don't understand exactly lingo in New Zealand, but they clearly live together. That's something about living together that they needed to sign to not live together anymore. And he said, you lawyer up and come after my assets, like you said. I hope you try to affect my business, such as Puma, with your weak ass shit. Okay, so what that means is she threatened to make some kind of claim against him that was going to blow up one of his sponsorship deals, okay? Now, do I need to tell you guys what I think about a girl who would go to a sponsor and try to ruin a sponsorship for an athlete that they had been together with and it went bad? Do you need me to explain that? Do I need to verbalize what my thoughts on a thing like that are? Because I could just metaphorically tell you what my thoughts are and just vomit onto my microphone and then wipe it all over the screen of the camera and be like, that's pretty much what I think about a girl who does that, right? I don't have words for it. I'll just puke in her mouth. You know what I mean? Anyway, continuing.
Please do so. Let blank pay for it all. You have a sugar daddy now who will pay for everything.
Now, again, I'm doing this on purpose where I'm stopping this because I want to define what you're actually hearing because, I just am. So he says, please do it. Like he said, please do so. I mean, he doesn't want her to actually do it, but he said, let blank pay for it all. You have a sugar daddy now who will pay for everything. Okay. So she's got a different dude, and the tone of this, right? The tone of this, I wish I would have let you yada. Like, he's mad. This to me, I mean, I have no idea, and I'm certainly not saying that this is for sure the case. This sounds like there was some kind of overlap and she ended up with some other dude and that really pissed Izzy off. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's if I didn't know anybody involved in this and I read this like this, and it was like, you have a sugar daddy now, he'll pay for everything. Like, my guess would be there was some kind of overlap. Not necessarily that she cheated on him, but there was some kind of overlap and then she ended up with this other dude. And like, if you go back up where it was like, being in his shadow all the time, that sounds like he's quoting a text that she sent to that guy who ended up now being her dude. You know what I mean? That's, if I had to, this is a shot in the dark, but that would be what my guess is.
For someone who moves in silence, he sure does talk a lot about your guys' plans. Mentally drain me. You are pathetic. Even worse than when you said, well, you're going to have to break up with me then, so you can be a victim just the way you like it. You're just like blank, and you're worse than blank. Show this to blank. Show this to your lawyer too.
See, he does not like this new dude. Maybe he read. It's also possible that he just read something, right? Like this clearly, this looks like he got into her emails or he saw something in her phone, like of her talking to this guy. Because I definitely doubt that this dude said shit to Izzy directly. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess that.
You have never helped me make money, only ever cost me money. Now you think you deserve half my... What an entitled, pompous brat you are. I spit on you.
Yes, correct.
Dare you to start your stupid campaign. Your threats don't work here anymore. They're fired.
Okay, this is actually genius, by the way.
You are responsible for your emotions. You don't care about my life because you've sold info about me.
Damn. Okay, so also, this is another thing that what Izzy's doing right now. So the reason that he puts this, well, I don't want to speak for him, but Izzy's a smart guy, right? Like, Izzy's a smart guy. Now, at first glance, this looks emotional, right? Like, this looks like an emotional thing, right? An emotional outburst. And it does read like that. There's just no two ways about it. And I'm not throwing rocks at the guy. Like, I've gone through this kind of thing before. It's rough. But what he's also doing is he's pulling the air out of anything she would do in the future. So, like, he's saying, so, like, you guys seen the movie 8 Mile? You know, you've seen the movie 8 Mile? If you haven't, get on it. But at the end, you've got Rabbit, and he's about to do this rap battle. It's a ridiculous, example, but it's exactly the same thing. And they're like, oh man, what's he going to do? And he goes up there, and his entire battle rap, he uses the first 2/3 of his battle rap to make fun of himself. Every possible way that you could, every way that they were going to clown on him, he makes fun of himself, right? And he just calls it all out. And then he clowns on them, and then it's like, and then so when it's their turn to clown him, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? So it's basically the same thing. He comes out, he's all, oh, you're going to try to blow me up with Puma. You're going to threaten to come out and tell stories about me. Go ahead, dude. Do it. And now if she comes out and does it, she looks like she's lying. He's already called her out about it. He called her out about it before she had the opportunity to control the narrative. Very smart. Take notes. That is a smart thing to do.
So I don't care about yours. I don't even hate you. I just don't care about you. I've not been in love with you for a while. In summary, I'm glad this all happened. I wouldn't change a
I'm glad this all happened. Again, implies, dude, some kind of overlap here,
thing. I'm glad I finally have someone who can stand next to me and not feel like my shine
his new girl
takes away from theirs, confident in her own light. This will be the last time you are hearing from me. My lawyers will be in touch. Nail painting emoji. Bye, Stylebenders X.
That's a great line, dude. Your entire identity is just being my ex-girlfriend. Hey, bye, Stylebender's ex-girlfriend. Now go into obscurity because that's your only moniker that anyone will ever know you for. That's a gangster.
Is he followed up with this photo? It's a photo of Amber Heard. It says, remember,
bingo.
Women can lie to try to ruin a man. Izzy ended it off with this photo. It's a DM from assuming one of his friends. It's a reply to the story of that email. It says, happy birthday to her. Izzy replied, LOL true. It was her birthday yesterday, I forget. Izzy's friend replied, we still follow each other, and I'm on leave, so I actually saw a few people's stories today. And yeah, she's been posting about all her birthday love. Izzy replied, welp, I hope she has a great day. And that's gonna wrap it.
Whoops. Yeah, I get more satisfaction out of that kind of thing than I probably should. But yeah, so that's what it is. So that sounds like an unhinged rant at first, but not really, because I walked you guys through what was actually going on there. That's actually pretty good strategy right there. It's like, like I said, I mean, reading between the lines, I mean, none of this shit matters. But if I was reading between the lines, sounds like she kind of like either cheated on him with that dude or whatever. But there was some kind of blow up. Like, because when Izzy says, I'm glad all of this happened, that is a huge indicator of like, something happened where I shouldn't be glad, but I'm just pointing out, like, I actually am glad because I'm not in love with you. I don't give a fuck. Get out of here. Beat it. You know what I mean? And he's with another girl now, and she looks like Kim Kardashian. So, I mean, there is that. If you guys haven't seen his new girl, actually, you know what? Let me pull that up for you guys. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? This is his, hang on. Let me find the best one. Oh, yeah. This will do nice. Okay. So, look, check this out. This is, sorry, give me a second here, guys. All right, I am actually trying to show you something that is worth looking at. Bam, this is her. So this is his new girl, not his old girl. This is his new girl. And you know what? Actually, I think that the girl on the left actually is Kim Kardashian. I think that his new girl is the one on the right, and I think the whole point was like, look how much his girl looks like Kim Kardashian. And if not, his girl looks so much like Kim Kardashian that I actually thought it was Kim Kardashian. So, whatever. Anyway, so that's what it is, right? Now, I want to go back to this though, okay? So, Izzy's girl is a gold digger who is trying to take something from Izzy that is not hers. She's entitled to nothing of Izzy. She's his girlfriend. She's got a new dude. Tough shit, dude. Like, you can be upset about whatever. You don't get his money. That's not how this works, okay? That's not how this works. You don't just get his money. Now, let's go back to this, though. So, Francis Ngannou masterclass, the one and only Achraf Hakimi. And I just want to remind everybody what the story is, okay? Footballer Achraf Hakimi's wife filed for divorce and demanded half of his property. She was, however, informed by court that her millionaire husband owns nothing as all of his property is registered under his mother's name. Hakimi receives $1 million from PSG, £1 million from PSG monthly, or maybe that's euros. I think that's actually euros, whatever. Monthly, but 80% of that was in his mother's name, and so he has no assets. Okay, so that meme, again, is going around like this. Masterclass. What a genius. Okay, and that's how Izzy also kind of presented that story, because that's the way it's being presented in the memes, right? I saw that and I was like, damn, got her, got one. But I have this new thing where when I see a simple concept communicated through a meme, I'll look it up. Like, I'll actually go look it up, right? And now if you watched my entire video yesterday, then you'll already know this. That story is being wildly misrepresented, and that woman, his wife, is being slandered. Okay, because what actually happened is that's the mother of his two kids. She's not just some rando wife. Okay, like gold diggers, they marry someone and then they divorce them and then they try to take their money, right? Okay, like and there's no, I don't know, there's no like obvious inciting incident for why they're leaving, and there's also like some kind of logic behind, oh, clearly like there's a reason that you think that she's a gold digger. In this case, that dude, okay, this dude, he was accused of sexual assault, okay, and there's a video of the girl who's accusing him going into his house and then coming out. Now, that girl's story is very suspect, as you might imagine, when a groupie sleeps with a very famous, football star. It's like, he assaulted me. It's like, did he though? Okay, so here, come get a medical exam. She's all, no, I don't want to get a medical exam. No medical exams. You're all, okay. So did he or didn't she? No, yeah, he did. Really? So come get a medical exam. No, I'm not going to get a medical exam. So I am certainly not saying that he raped that girl, right? But she's on video going in and out of his house, right? And so the wife and him, I'm sure, talked about it. And they're like, hey, what's your, if you're being accused of a crime like that, a felony, what's your defense? And so his defense, I would imagine, was it was consensual. And so the wife is like, it was consensual. So you're saying that while I was on vacation with our two kids waiting for you, you had a groupie over and you pounded her out from behind. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Slid right up in that and just pulverized it. It was, no, baby, I only love you though. You only love me, but you pounded out a groupie. Here's the thing. If I was making 1 million, euros a month, and I was 25 years old, and I was a famous soccer player, you know what I would probably be doing? Pounding out girls on the side, But the thing is, if my wife and the mother of my kids caught me, right? Like I got caught, something tells me that I wouldn't love the idea of her getting slandered across the entire world as a gold digger if she decided that she couldn't stay with me. Like, people don't have any idea what her sexual history is, what anything. All you know is that she was married to him. You guys clearly don't know that. What they knew was she filed for divorce and asked for half his money. And here's the thing. It's written like look at how this is written, dude. Demanded half of his property. Oh, is that how that works? She demanded half of his property. Like, she went in there and she's like, so I want a divorce. And she's all, and you know what else I want? I want half his money. And they're like, all right, well, why are you entitled to half his money? She's all, oh, I don't know. That's what the law is. Like, she doesn't make the fucking laws, dude. She caught her husband cheating on her. For whatever reason, she decided that that wasn't something she could swallow. And so she divorced her. Like, I'm not saying that's good, bad, or other. Okay? But the idea that you're going to attack a girl that, for all you know, you don't know anything about her, dude. For all you know, she's a good girl, right? Like, for all you know, she's a good girl. And like, everybody's just like, oh, no, she's just a gold digger. And also, oh wait, why is all the money in his mom's name? Oh, definitely because he saw this bitch coming. You're all, is that why though? It's like, no, you look a little deeper and it's like, oh, it's because when he signed his contract, he was 18 years old. And so he's a little dumb fuck that doesn't know what to do with his money. And he signed everything over to his mommy because he doesn't know. Mommy made him put all the stuff in her name, Mommy made him put it all in her name. Listen, you're not ready to have all that money. Put it in my name. And then you come to me for them. So what he is he's a little fucking mama's boy retard that doesn't know what to do with his money. Okay, he's not some fucking hero that saw his gold digger wife coming. He's a dumb fuck that doesn't know how to manage his money. He's got an overbearing mom that had her put all the shit in his name. He fucked around on his wife. He got caught. He got accused of rape. So he's got shitty fucking taste when it comes to side pieces. Everybody knows you need. Anyway, okay. So like, again, like I said in the video last night, if I see a story like this, the girl I inject into the story is my wife, okay? Like, so I look at this, not this one, I look at this and I'm like, okay, so like this is like, if this happened to Gabrielle, like people are cheering because I hid all my money. And so when I broke her heart, ripped her fucking heart out, if she stays with him, she gets double the money and $1 million euros a month continuing to come in. What possible reason would she have to leave and just take half the money? He makes $1 million a month, million euros a month. Why would she leave just to take the money? She gets double the money and much more money coming in if she stays. You think it's unrelated to the sexual assault charge? Like, grow up, dude. Okay? Grow up. It's so dumb. Okay? Like, Izzy's girl is a gold digging trash bag. She did nothing to deserve that. She's not his wife. She's not his wife. Why would she get any of his money? She doesn't have, she just didn't bear his children. She's a gold digger, okay? It's good that Izzy sniffed her out. This guy is a shitty husband that got caught, dude. Okay, that's what he is. Just shit husband that got caught. And so my entire point is that girl does not deserve the shit that she's taking. That guy's not a fucking legend. He's a dumb fuck little kid that doesn't know how to manage his money, so he put it in his mommy's name, okay? And then he got caught. So even if he is, he's a baller. You don't want to look at him like he's a baller because he's got side pieces. Well, he's a fucking idiot too. Okay? Even if like you can't have side pieces without getting caught, you fucking idiot. Come on, dude. That dude is not a hero. All right? He's not a villain. He's just a little Dunsky. Mommy, watch my. Can you take care of my money, mommy? Oh, you need to put it in my name. You never know what's gonna happen with that girl. She's just like a good girl, good doting wife, has his kids. She's never cheated on him, never done anything wrong. Now everyone's like, yeah, this fucking bitch tried to take half his money, and look at that, she got nothing. Actually, she has to give him money. Everyone's all, yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. She has to give him money. I'd take that bitch's money too. Izzy, take that back, dude. Take it back, dude. Take that back. Okay? Think about it again. In the actual situation, take that back. You're not taking her money. Okay? Anybody who says they would take that woman's money, the mother of your fucking kids, if you got $1 million a month coming in, you take her money, you pathetic fuck. Any of you, I will lay that moniker on anyone, dude. You actually, no matter what, okay? If you make $1 million a month and this woman bears your children, she leaves you because you cheated on her. If you would take her money because the court made her, rewarded it to you, you are the sorriest on earth. I would literally take your face and I would drown you in a bathtub. Fucking pussies. Anyway, that's what I got. Love you guys.